Can you ever imagine that a 21-year-old girl could step onto a tennis court for just one single week and walk away with a life-changing amount of money that most people cannot even earn in an entire lifetime? Look closely at this unbelievable figure flashing right now on your screen. That is 24 million Philippine pesos, which translates to a staggering 300,000 euros. This is not a winning lottery ticket, nor is it some kind of viral cryptocurrency trend. This is the massive, shocking prize money that the rising tennis superstar from the Philippines, Alex Eala, has just secured after shaking up the entire world at Wimbledon. But this story is about far more than just a massive 24 million peso paycheck. It is about one of the most unbelievable shocks in modern sports history. A moment that paralyzed the tennis world when Alex walked onto the legendary center court and completely dethroned the world number one and defending champion, Iga Swiatek. Absolutely nobody in the sporting world expected a young athlete from Manila to stand on the grandest stage in tennis and rewrite history in such a dominant fashion. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on Alex Eala's incredible financial triumph. We are going to break down exactly how much money she accumulated round by round, analyze her rising net worth, and uncover the immense sacrifice, hidden pain, and years of brutal training behind this massive payday. If you want to understand how a young underdog took on the wealthiest and most established athletes in the world and won, you cannot afford to miss a single second of this story, because the numbers we are about to break down will completely blow your mind. To truly understand the gravity of this achievement, we have to look directly at the business side of the oldest and most prestigious tournament in existence. Wimbledon is not just about holding up a silver trophy or receiving worldwide prestige. It is a financial goldmine where stepping onto the grass court can completely alter a player's financial destiny. When Alex Eala earned her spot in the main draw of Wimbledon, her goal was not just to collect a participation check. She was there to prove that she belongs among the elite. As her racket started talking on the court, her projected earnings skyrocketed like a rocket heading into orbit. According to the strict prize money distribution rules of the tournament, any player who defies the odds and successfully fights their way into the fourth round, also known as the final 16, is rewarded with a massive direct check of 300,000 euros. When you convert this exact prize money into Philippine pesos, it amounts to an eye-watering 24 million pesos. However, this spectacular amount of wealth did not just fall into her lap overnight. Every single cent of this prize money is directly attached to her sweat, her heartbeat, and her relentless drive during every grueling match. Think about the immense progression of this tournament. Winning the opening round gave her the foundational confidence she needed. Dominating the second round saw her completely outplay a top 50 player in the world, and by the time she advanced through the third round, her name was already being etched into the history books of Asian tennis. But the true earthquake was yet to come. The ultimate test arrived when she was scheduled to face the most terrifying, dominant force in women's tennis today. Picture the legendary center court at Wimbledon, an arena surrounded by immense pressure and history. On one side of the net stood the formidable six-time Grand Slam champion and defending title holder, Iga Swiatek. She was an absolute wall on the court, a player so dominant that defeating her on grass seemed like an impossible task for even the most experienced veterans on the tour. On the other side stood 21-year-old Alex Eala, a young competitor who had absolutely nothing to lose but the entire world to gain. Every major betting site and sports analyst predicted that Swiatek would cruise through this match effortlessly in straight sets. Some critics even dismissively remarked that simply getting the opportunity to play on center court was already the ultimate prize for Alex. But Alex had an entirely different script in mind. The match commenced, and from the very first serve, a brutal baseline war erupted that left the entire stadium breathless. Both players fought desperately for every single point, pushing their bodies to the absolute limit. When the first set pushed into a high-stakes tiebreaker, Alex unleashed a brilliant, unexpected shot that triggered an explosion of cheers from the crowd. She took the first set 7-6. The entire stadium was in absolute shock. Swiatek's face showed visible panic, a sight rarely seen on a tennis court. But the real masterclass was just beginning. In the second set, Alex completely suffocated the world number one, refusing to give her an inch of breathing room. Utilizing her lethal, explosive left-handed forehand, she ran Swiatek from corner to corner, forcing error after error. The scoreboard quickly moved to a crushing 6-2. The moment Swiatek's final return struck the net, history was made. Alex Eala had defeated the best player in the world in straight sets, completing an iconic upset that will be replayed for decades. This single victory did not just guarantee her a massive financial reward, it turned her into an overnight global phenomenon. Yet, we must ask ourselves an important question. Do you truly believe that this 24 million peso payout and this historic milestone just happened by pure luck? Absolutely not. Behind the flashing lights of success lies a deep history of isolation, intense sacrifice, and physical pain that very few casual fans ever talk about. When Alex was just a young girl, she had to make the heartbreaking decision to leave her home, her comfort zone, and her family in Manila. She packed her bags and moved across the world to Spain, dedicating her youth to the brutal daily regimen of the Rafael Nadal Academy. Imagine being a young child, separated from your parents, living in a completely foreign country with a different language, waking up before dawn every single day just to push your body to the point of exhaustion on a tennis court. The legendary Rafael Nadal himself has stepped forward multiple times to praise Alex's incredible work ethic. Nadal stated in a high-profile interview that her elite discipline, mental toughness, and unparalleled focus are exactly what separates her from every other young prospect in the sport. The grand result of that relentless focus is now visible to the entire world, as her live ranking has made a monumental jump, positioning her at world number 28. This is the highest rank ever achieved by a Filipina tennis player in modern history. This spectacular run has completely transformed her financial portfolio. Following this historic Wimbledon performance, Alex Eala is no longer just a talented tennis player. She has evolved into a powerhouse corporate brand. Massive global entities like Nike have locked her into lucrative sponsorship deals, recognizing her immense marketing value across both Asia and the West. When you combine her rising endorsement contracts, her consistent tournament prize money, and her growing off-court investments, her overall net worth is reaching unprecedented heights. The most exciting factor in this equation is her age. She is still only 21 years old, meaning her primary earning years and athletic prime are still ahead of her. Even though her incredible Wimbledon journey concluded in a heartbreaking, razor-thin battle against Jasmine Paolini, Alex exited the tournament having won the hearts of millions. Her emotional post-match interview went viral globally, showing her breaking down in tears right on the court. Those were not tears of defeat or self-pity. Those were pure tears of pride and realization. She proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that when you possess unyielding heart and determination, no barrier in the world is too high to break down. Alex Eala's journey teaches us that the path to greatness is never paved with ease. When she steps onto that court against multi-millionaire athletes and sporting giants, she isn't playing for the money. She is playing for the flag on her chest, her family, and the dreams of her country. This 24 million pesos is simply a well-deserved reward, because her true wealth lies in the respect, inspiration, and pride she has brought to sports fans around the globe. Do you believe Alex Eala has what it takes to carry this momentum into the upcoming US Open and eventually become the #1 player in the world? Is this historic Wimbledon run the definitive turning point of her career? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video inspiring and want to stay updated on big tennis upsets, player earnings, and high-value sports stories, make sure to smash that like button right now. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss another trending video. Thank you so much for watching, keep chasing your dreams, and I will see you in the next one. Even though her incredible Wimbledon journey concluded in a heartbreaking, razor-thin battle against Jasmine Paolini, Alex exited the tournament having won the hearts of millions. Her emotional post-match interview went viral globally, showing her breaking down in tears right on the court. Those were not tears of defeat or self-pity. Those were pure tears of pride and realization. She proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that when you possess unyielding heart and determination, no barrier in the world is too high to break down. Alex Eala's journey teaches us that the path to greatness is never paved with ease. When she steps onto that court against multi-millionaire athletes and sporting giants, she isn't playing for the money. She is playing for the flag on her chest, her family, and the dreams of her country. This 24 million pesos is simply a well-deserved reward, because her true wealth lies in the respect, inspiration, and pride she has brought to sports fans around the globe.